In this video, I'm reviewing the Gaahleri GHAD-39 airbrush. Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to MapleLeaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a package from Gaahleri Airbrushes. Gaahleri has been on the scene for about a year now, and in a collaboration they've sent me several of their airbrushes to review on my channel. This is the GHAD-39 from their Advanced series. It's their entry-level airbrush, and its price is unbeatable. There's no shortage of Gaahleri airbrush reviews on YouTube. They've really sent out a lot of boxes to different influencers. Most of those videos will surpass this one in quality and discernment because I'm not a professional airbrush artist. Here on MapleLeaf Customs I do 1:64 scale die-cast car restorations and customizations. In other words, I don't do micro small detail airbrushing. I paint cars in solid colors, two-tones, fades, and add decals and weathering for realism. So this review is not geared to people who are looking for a high-end $500 airbrush. This is for my viewers who have maybe been using spray cans up till now and want to move into their first airbrush. If that's you, then this is the one you need. The contents are labeled on the box. Let's slice open the seal and see for ourselves. The beautiful packaging continues with more bling. Look at the name embossed on the top in silver. The first thing you notice is this exploded view of the airbrush, which is very handy for disassembly, careful cleaning, and reassembly. There's a customer card. Most importantly, read the second paragraph. If the product has an issue, no need to return it. Just contact us to confirm the problem and we will arrange a reshipment for you. That's great customer service right there. There's also a quick start guide in a couple of different languages showing you how to paint properly, spraying effects, assembly, disassembly, cleaning, etc. I'll hang on to this and keep it in the box. They used to include a sample airbrush card. I've seen that in some other videos. That's not in mine. A couple people thought it was to print out and not an actual test. Here's Gaahler's own 50-second promo. All the brand new contents of this box are shimmering under my studio lights. Here's a couple of replacement Teflon O-rings and some gaskets. A small tube of lube to help the trigger and the needle glide. Here's the 0.5mm nozzle. Remember, this comes with two different size cups also. Beautiful finish inside. That makes it easier for cleaning too. 1/2 ounce and 1/4 ounce. I tend to use the smaller one because my cars are so small. This is the 0.5mm needle. So installed is the 0.35mm. These are easy to swap out. And the airbrush itself. First thing I notice is the heft of this. It's not a cumbersome weight, it feels like a top quality. That's my very first impression. Beautiful machining on this. There's a quick release valve that's built in. That's handy. I use those all the time. I have one of these on each of my airbrushes currently. There's a plastic safety cap. The nozzle cover comes off. The 0.35mm nozzle is self-centering. This one is pre-installed. I tell you, it's beautifully machined. These screw on and off just like they should. All of the Gaahleri cups are interchangeable with each of the different airbrushes. And it's got this beautiful handle cutaway too, which gives you easy access to adjustments, better weight distribution, and it looks cool. Comes off perfectly. Remember, the customer card said each airbrush has been individually tested, but this needle is perfectly clean, as are all of the parts I've disassembled so far, so top points for that. I can adjust the trigger tension, put it back together, and at the very back of the airbrush is another trigger adjustment. It feels great empty. All that's left now is to fill it up and do some test airbrushing. Into the spray booth. I've added some Vallejo acrylic blue. This is the 0.35 needle that came already installed. Now, to get perfectly fine lines requires just the right combination of PSI, trigger adjustments, and paint mix, etc. And I haven't got it all dialed in perfectly yet. This is just my very first test. I've got a couple of stencils here I can try. Different things that I use in my projects. And you can see the paint is laying down very nicely. The trigger feels fine. You can adjust it to make it personalized for you, of course. I haven't fiddled with it too much yet. But the weight and the balance feels good to me. That's a nice airbrush. Once again, this is the entry-level airbrush from Gaahleri. They've got some higher-end ones than this, but if you're looking to get started into airbrushing, look no further. I already feel this could be my new workhorse airbrush. It's certainly delivering up to my expectations and beyond. Let's try it on a real car. This is a 3D printed Porsche GT3 RS. I've masked off the front section because I just want this back portion to be blue. This is also Vallejo acrylic blue. It's laying down beautifully. I'm still working with the 0.35mm needle. Again, I don't do up-close detail fine line work. I'm pretty well airbrushing with broad strokes when I do these cars, even at this size. And this is actually the next day. It's dried up and unmasked. And you can see I got beautiful coverage laid down there. So that's a good first test. I've taken the brush apart and cleaned it. Now I'm going to shake up a bit of acrylic red. This is a die-cast car. This is a Matchbox 1939 SS100 Jaguar. I'm putting the acrylic paint straight into the cup. Sometimes I thin it out, but let's see how it sprays just like this. Well, that performs wonderfully. You don't have to thin out Vallejo paints. They can go right into the brush as I just did, and this is working beautifully, as you can see. Got it at about 24 psi for this test. Again, just a solid color paint job. That's what I'm most interested in my hobby work. I skipped ahead to the top coat. Also the next day. Beautiful coverage. Solid. That's what I'm looking for in airbrush performance. And I think you'll be very happy with this too. Beginner friendly, they call this one. It surely is. And their most affordable airbrush. Gaahleri also sent me an airbrush holder. Now, I've never even seen one of these before. It's interesting. The airbrush is such a work of art, you can use this to display it. It's heavy, top quality, 2 pieces, short or long. That's going to fit all of their airbrushes just like that. My summary is that this is a top quality product in look and feel. Full customer service if you encounter any problems. It feels great in balance and use. I don't think you can go wrong with the GHAD-39 as your first airbrush or as your workhorse. Sure, they sent it to me, but I'm sure glad they did. It's already my new favorite, and I have several more to try out. Go to Gaahleri.com to see the relaunch of their website with brand new products and bundles, all at big savings. Use the coupon code MapleLeaf Customs whenever you shop at Gaahleri for a 10% discount. My affiliate link is in the description. Thanks for visiting my channel again today. Come on back soon and often. It's coffee time.